But we was talking about, we had not a mutual friend, but like
a brother.
second brother, was Devin,
mm-hmm.
who, for people who don't know, I'm from Cincinnati.
Devin's
Cincinnati.
Devan Johnson.
Devin Johnson was a barber stylist. If you lived in Cincy, you knew who Devin was.
You knew Devin. He
right?
was very popular.
Yeah, and even most comedians know Devin.
Yeah.
But you introduced me to Devin in 2000, I'm thinking 12. We did that family show, Stand Up for Family.
Stand Up for Family,
show.
yeah, and he was doing my styling.
Yeah.
But this is what you don't realize, right? And I always wanted to tell you the story. So Devin and I, brothers, tight like that. So he was cutting my hair for a while, and he was like, yo, B, man, my ambition is to, be a stylist for the celebrity guys, and like just travel and meet different people. I said, well, start with me. I said, you start with me. Start styling me. You cutting my hair, this, that, and the other. I said, when people see how I look, they're going to want what I have. People need to see it. So next thing you know, we're out, we're doing shows, and then he meets Tony Roberts, he meets you, he meets this person. He's still doing the all the athletes and stuff like that, and because he was in tight with the Bengals and everybody and the Reds. He was, oh my God. So I never forget where he was like, Bill, I'm working with Gary. And I was like, for real? He was like, yo, man, Gary's gonna let me try to, do a couple projects with him and go shopping with him. And I said, oh yeah, because Gary needs you. I said, Gary needs you. I said, Gary been okay for too long. Right? See, t-shirt and jeans. I was like, give him some swag. I swear to God. I was like, Gary needs just a little bit of swag, right? So he was like, whoa, he said, look, he sent me pictures. He was like, I'm gonna have Gary looking fly as hell. I was like, Gary gonna wear that? He gave. Because it was like he had some real cool sneakers for you, some fly jeans, you know what I'm saying? It was still you, but it was just turned up a little bit, right?
Well, he saved me. I'll tell you a couple instances where Devin saved me. One, the first time I used him was the Soul Train Awards in Vegas.
Right.
And he put me in a bow tie. And I went, what the fuck?
Right, but like how I'm going to do this? How I'm going to pull this?
Right, so I put it all on. I go, it's not what I'm used to, but I'll try it. When I went on the red carpet, Anthony Hamilton just stopped. He goes, dang, you sharp, boy. You sharp, boy. I went, what?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, my posture came up.
Right, your chest got big. You're like,
man, walk this red carpet now?
Yeah, because, it's interesting how all of us need somebody, right? You know what I mean? And Devin was that guy for me, keeping me sharp. And then he started doing all these different things. And let me tell you, even when we did Ladies Night Out, he was on my special, I
saw that.
And we were literally talking about our dreams coming true, his coming true for him, doing what he needed to do. So he literally spoke it happened, started living it, and which was really crazy. On the last day that he was alive, he was at your place doing what he said he wanted to do. And you guys were doing your show and blah, blah, blah. So
Devin passed away 2016, about 4 years ago. But he came to my house. He brings me some clothes to look at. And Devin was great because he just go buy a bunch of shit. And if I didn't like it, he'd be like, I'll just take it back. I'm on consignment with this store, this store. All right, so we just did tried everything on. And he was in his car. And he left my house about 4:30 or something like that. And then he left, and like 2 hours later, I'm getting texts. It's like I got overrun with text messages. You hear about Devin, hear about Devin. I'm like, what are you talking about? Somebody goes, he passed away. He was in a motorcycle accident. And I went, that's impossible.
Because he was in a car.
Just left my house in a car.
Yes.
And he lives about 45 minutes from my house.
Right.
So I'm doing the math. So it took him 45 minutes to get home, get on the motorcycle. The only way this happened, he literally had to leave my house, go straight to his house, get on his motorcycle, and got in a wreck. By the time he gets in a wreck, it's confirmed he passed away, and people already texted me. 2 hours later, I was doing the math, like, that ain't right. That can't be right.
Right.
Sure enough, he passed away, but his last Instagram post was at my house.
At your front
walking
door.
to my front door, and it was so, what he said was like, hey, God wakes you up, it's a blessing to wake up, do something productive with your day.
Always positive dude. We always say he was on the first team All-American for Jesus. You know what I'm saying? He made first team, you know what I'm saying? Because he was always positive about it and everything and living his life to the fullest. And the day that he passed, he was in a good mood. And he was, because I talked to him every other day. Ridiculous, right? So I talked to him. He was like, Bill, man, I'm over G's house. He said, I just left G's house. He gonna be sharp, bro. This thing gonna be good. I'm going back to my house. I'm gonna, blah, blah, blah. I said, what? Then he called me on the motorcycle.
He had the Bluetooth on?
So he had his Bluetooth on, and I'm at a game, and I was just like, and my son was playing, and it was kind of loud, and I was like, I heard, I was like, man, why would I hear? Are you on a motorcycle? And he was like, yeah. He said, today beautiful out today, man. It's a beautiful day. Me and my boys are gonna go riding. Like we meeting up. So he was like, please send me my itinerary because the following week we were supposed to go to Fort Lauderdale. He was coming out. So I was like, cool. As soon as I leave the game, I'll just blah, 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 send it to you because I had already bought the ticket. And so then I send it. I'll go back to my show because I had a show literally in Ontario. Sold out show. Let me tell you how crazy life is, right? So I get a text from D-Lay. You know D-Lay, comedian.
Yeah.
So D-Lay's opening up for me that weekend. And D-Lay said, man, I think something happened to Devin. I'm getting all these DMs. So while you were getting DMs or texts or whatever, I was getting the same, but I was in LA and I was like, that doesn't make sense because I just talked to him about 2 hours ago. I took a nap.
Yeah.
Woke up. And that's what I found out. And I was like, I was in disbelief for the whole night. I never forget, I had 2 sold out shows and I just didn't know I could do it. I just did not know I could perform that night. And I never forget, Jay Reed called me up and Jay Reed was like, Bill, man, listen, you and D-Lay have to do the show because people do not pay for your pain. They pay for you to pay to be entertained. And I was just like, oh my! It was like all I needed because I couldn't figure out how to gather myself.
But it's our therapy too.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes we're there for the audience, but in times like that, there's been numerous times that people passed away or something happened in your life. I go, thank God I got a show because it just takes.
That's true.
It's a little. It's a little bit of norm. I don't know if I'm saying the word right. Normality. Mm-hmm. You're normal again.
It's our therapy in a way.
You need the audience as much as they need you sometimes.
Yes, you do.
That's
yes,
a fact.